Hello and welcome. This is Jeff Bird with Jeffrey Bird Coaching, and got a great episode for you today. We're highlighting local leaders in the community and the difference that they're making. And if you remember John Maxwell's definition of leadership, it's that leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. And we certainly have a man representing an organization that is having a great influence in individual lives and in the life of the community. So, with that being said, I would like to welcome Paul Atkinson Jr., the Vice President of Eggleston Services, to the show. Paul, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate you having me on. Yeah, as you
Absolutely.
mentioned, I'm the Vice President of Operations for Eggleston, a local not-for-profit organization based out of Norfolk, Virginia. And we're doing a lot, but our mission is to create education, training, and employment opportunities. And we primarily do that by helping individuals with disabilities.
Yeah, and Paul, I was looking at your website earlier before we jumped on to record, and I was just blown away. I mean, I was scrolling for a while, looking at all the services that y'all provide. So you're training people not just in one or two things, but a whole lot of things. Now, I'm most familiar with the Garden Center because it's right across the street from my house, and my wife and I go shopping there in the spring. So I'm familiar with that. But boy, there are a whole lot of other services. Could you talk just a little bit about the training, what types of training you offer and what types of employment sometimes come out of that training?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. And we appreciate your support at our garden center. So
Certainly.
at our property over there on Lavalette Avenue, close
Yeah.
to the Virginia Zoo, we have a garden center and year-round indoor farmers market. Um, so yeah, we have a lot going on at Eggleston. So one way I like to conceptualize it broadly is we kind of have three pillars in the organization. We have our outward facing businesses, one of which is the garden center you mentioned. We also have an automotive center where we take auto donations and parlay those into automotive auctions. We have retail automotive repair out of that space. We have document shredding. We also have business fulfillment, and we have a landscaping team. So those are kind of
Wow.
our outward facing businesses that either provide B2B or just retail. And there's job opportunities in all of those. We also have business lines that are with the federal government. So we do federal contracts. So we provide services to every branch of the military except for Space Force. So really, really proud of that. Eggleston supports veterans. We hire a lot of veterans.
Wow.
So those government contracts are an important business function for us. And then we have our rehabilitation services. So these are adult day programs, residential options that we support people in their homes. And we also do community integrated employment, where we have job coaches who connect a job seeker with an appropriate job match and then facilitate success. So conceivably, we could be in any business helping meet a need.
Wow, Paul, that's amazing. So, one of the things that stood out to me that I didn't know before was the automotive program, and it sounds like a center. So, are y'all a service center as well? Do y'all do car repairs?
Uh, we're one of the best kept secrets in town. We do. We have a lot going on there. So at our automotive center, we have, as we discussed, the retail repair component. So all that service is by appointment. And we have a team of mechanics there doing it, and they're servicing a couple customers. So open to the public. And our two other large customers, one way to think about it is internally. So we have a fleet of just over 60 vehicles that enables Eggleston to do all this work. So we need someone to maintain that fleet. So that's the automotive center. And then another internal customer, that's kind of a way to think of it, is we have an auto donations program that's been a really important fundraising endeavor for Eggleston. So supportive members of the community can donate their used automobiles. We'll pick them up. Our team of techs that we're discussing here and now evaluate those, make cost-effective repairs. The vehicles are cleaned up and then sent to auctions. So we have auctions every other Saturday, with the 2 preceding days, Thursday and Friday, open for preview. So this is a public auto auction. So that's another kind of line of incoming work, keeping those automotive technicians very busy. And I kind of glossed over it there, but the cleaning, that's our mission connection. So we, out of that property, run an employment program where we train and employ adults with disabilities to clean cars. So that program is particularly near and dear to my heart because many years ago, I was brought over to start it. So
Oh,
I
wow.
am I'm the most unlikely of used car dealers. I hold the dealer operator license for Eggleston, and I'm there every other Saturday up on the auction block, presiding over the auction with our auctioneer.
Wow, that's amazing. So that was your introduction into Eggleston?
No, my introduction
Oh.
starts further back. So I have been with Eggleston for 21 years, and that's really uncommon to hear from people these days, that they've been with the same organization for 2 decades. Um, you know, it doesn't feel like I've worked the same job for 20 years, and I certainly haven't. So I feel like the diversity in Eggleston's job offerings and their willingness to grant me opportunities to move around and learn different things are part of what's kept me. And also, Eggleston's mission, it's something I can be passionate about, and it's given me purpose. So it's really fueled me for all these years and kept me here. So um, in the very early 2000s, I started out at Eggleston's summer camp. So it was the lowest kind of job you could have in 3 ways. It was the lowest in terms of duration. I was, just working at the summer camp, so it was just a few weeks. It was the lowest in terms of hours. It was just part-time, and it was the lowest in terms of pay. It was minimum wage. So other people have risen through the ranks faster, but I'm proof that there's opportunities for an advancement here at Eggleston. And I did it by kind of keeping my hand raised and being interested and being passionate and being positive, contributing, and being a part of the mission. So throughout the years, I started out at summer camp, but I worked as a direct support professional, a DSP. That's one of the most common employment opportunities here at the organization. They're in our work settings, our residential settings, our day service rehabilitation settings. I've worked in our maintenance team. I've worked in our laundry on federal contracts, and had a large part of my career at our automotive center.
Wow, that's an amazing story. It reminded me of that quote, never despise small beginnings. You never know where something's going to turn out. You plant that seed, the General Sherman giant sequoia grew from a seed that I can put on my fingertip, right? So yeah, you got to start somewhere. So wow, that's awesome. Well, and a lot of this stuff was familiar to me, and probably a lot of the people watching this, Eggleston will be a familiar name, but I had no idea about the automotive program. And I definitely want to get that information so I can find out where it is, and so we can have our car scene there. So that's awesome. And another thing, just a little story is back in the pandemic in 2020. So we went across to the garden center and we found this Indian paintbrush that I just couldn't live without, and brought that thing home and planted it by. We have a blue bird bath in the backyard, and so we planted this bright yellow and red Indian paintbrush next to it, and that thing thrived all summer long and brought so much joy. So thank you for that. Thank you for the joy that you brought my wife and I just with the Indian paintbrush from the garden center. So that was really great. But so do y'all have any particular what's going on now? You got any projects, any events, anything that people might want to know about, or any ways that they should get in touch with you? Should they have any inquiries or want to be involved somehow?
Always, yeah, there's always a multitude of options for inclusion. We're always hiring. So there's, it's a select few that'll speak to, but I'd be remiss not to mention it. I'd say
And
connect
just
with
on the
us.
I'm sorry, let me just on the hiring side, where would they find out about that? Is that on Indeed, or would they go to your website, or where would they find out about that?
egglestonservices.org. That's the best
Okay.
place to start. So that's our website, egglestonservices.org. There's
Okay.
a current openings page, and anyone can see what's out there and what's currently available.
Okay. Excellent.
There's volunteer opportunities. We have Day of Caring coming up. So there's a project there, and there's other volunteer opportunities available throughout the year. We have different events or different endeavors for which one may volunteer. Let's see, there's opportunities to support us. So, for some people, they have maybe troubled assets they want to get rid of, be it a car or something else. But time, talent, or treasure, we appreciate them all. So we have a development team here that would be happy to speak with anyone about where they might be able to help us advance our mission. Other than that, I'd say follow us on social media, and there's always opportunities throughout the year.
Yeah, well, Paul, that's great. It makes me think. Back when my mom was with us, when she got to where she couldn't drive, I needed to get rid of the car, and I didn't know what to do with it. I wish I'd have known about the program then, because we could have donated it there, because I couldn't afford to fix it, and I didn't want to keep paying taxes on it. So we just had the city come tow it. But wow, what a great thing if anybody's in that, or a situation where they happen to have a car around, or things. So again, you said Eggleston, and it's Eggleston services, services.org, egglestonservices.org.
That's
So that
correct.
so that's got all the information. And then for social media, are you at Eggleston Services? That just your name?
Yeah, Eggleston or Eggleston Services. There's links off our website, but we shouldn't
Okay.
be hard to find. Our marketing team has us on all the platforms, so we
Okay.
make it easy to find us.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure everybody knows where to get in touch with you. So, well, Paul, is there anything else that you'd like us to know about Eggleston? That we know. Well, I've learned a lot of things just today, but is there anything else that's really on your heart to share, or is that about everything?
No, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, Jeff. We're all about growth. We're about engaging with the community, and we're about inspiring excellence, both internally and externally. So that's kind of our mindset. And if that connects with the viewers, as I said, there's opportunities to be included. So don't be shy, reach out, and I'm sure we can make something happen.
I love that. I mean, I love. We just met a few weeks ago at another community event, by a storytelling night for Free Life LLC. So, you never know what's going to come. The smallest thing, you never know what's going to come out of it. You just get out there and you don't know where it's going to go, or make a contact. So, well, Paul, thanks so much for this time, and everybody who's watching. Wow, this is a service that I've known about for, I don't know, 20 years or so, a long time, probably late 90s. I've known about it, but I'm just learning, even right now in this conversation. I'm learning learning new things that I didn't know that could actually be beneficial to me personally, as well as the other people in the community and who are employed there. So again, I just want to end with the same place we began, that leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. And Paul, I want to thank you and on behalf of Eggleston for the difference and for the influence you're having in people's lives, the ones that you hire and the ones that you serve, and the broader community as well. So thanks so much for being with me.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, absolutely. Take care.
Bye.